Hello, and thank you so much for joining me on my radio podcast. This is Deborah the Judge radio podcast, all the way from Putnam County, Florida. Yes, Putnam County, Florida, in the northern central section of Florida. So it has been a beautiful day today. Oh my God, the sun was out. There was plenty of light. A new day was growing, sunny and bright. That's the Temptations, okay? So, anyway, hello, judges. So if this is your first time looking at my podcast, please understand this is an opinionated podcast. My opinion only. So if you having problems with my opinion, just scroll to another channel, okay? Because I am going to say the T, okay? And for those who don't know, I moved from Georgia here to Florida and bought a demolished trailer. So I have been doing a little rehab day by day, every day doing something different. So today I also want to show you another update on the kitchen island table that I am making. So I'm going to show you that as well. I'm just excited about how the project is coming. So anyway, let's get to it. So let's get the boring stuff out the way. Israel and Hamas. Okay. How about Israel now has assassinated a, high profile Hamas leader on today? Today. Yes, he has. They are like I told you before, they're kicking asses and taking names. And I know you may or may not agree with it, but it is what it is. And so, with that said, they said on within 24 hours, they have killed over 165, okay, terrorists in that area, and 150 have been critically injured. So, as I told you before, Ben Netanyahu, Ben, y'all know who I'm talking about, the prime minister, right, of Israel. He said, we're not ending this anytime soon. So we'll have the 2024 elections in November and they'll still be at war. I'm just saying. Now, when we talk about the Jewish community and the Jewish people, please understand that there's a black female who attends Harvard. Okay, she was the president of Harvard. She has now resigned. She has resigned. And the reason that she resigned is that the Jewish community there who attend Harvard, like on a lot of these college campuses, a lot of the pro-Palestinian people were protesting, etc. But the Jewish people felt like they were being ignored and that they were not being protected. So there were two other presidents of colleges that ended up having to step down because of their inaction against the Jewish, um, supporting the Jewish people that were attending the colleges. So this black female, she got a white husband, but this black female, she finally stepped down. She finally stepped down. And as I told you before, is that when you are in America, this is how the game is played. And if you don't know how to play the game, okay, you got to get out of the game. Because that's what all this is. It is a capitalistic game. And so if you don't play the game, in other words, if you don't support the Jewish community, okay, if you don't feed into the Hollywood agenda, if you don't play into the liberalism of what's going on here in America when it comes to the LBGT community, when it comes to gay rights, when it comes to the Black Lives Matter, when it comes to the what we call the right wing, etc. If you don't play into all of this, then you are not going to fare very well. You're going to have resistance. Don't give up if that's not what you believe. But I'm saying that there is a game strategy to all of this. And it has nothing to do with the American people. It has nothing to do with us. Because if people were really worried about anything going on in America, we would be getting free health care. Everybody would have food. decent housing, and all that shit. Okay, if that was what was really supposed to be when we say American people and illegal immigrants would not be living is better than we live. But how about now on the southern border? There are a lot of Latinos, and they were there basically saying that we don't want this border open. Close the damn border. Now, these are Latinos, Hispanics that want the damn border closed. And so now they are supporting Donald J. Trump. Who knew? So now the Hispanic vote, Latino vote, is 5% higher than the vote for Biden. So they're voting Trump 5% higher than they're doing for Biden. And the same thing with the young generation. The young generation is 4% higher for Trump than it is for Biden. This is definitely devastating news to the liberals and to the Democrats. It's devastating because who knew? But with the Palestinian war going on in Gaza, the young people feel that there's not enough being done to protect the Palestinians. They don't really care about the Jewish, but the real young people who are in the liberal agenda, they don't like Biden now because they felt that he did not do enough. So what they're going to end up doing is either supporting Trump or they're not going to vote. These are the young people. And the same thing now with the Hispanics. See, I always thought that Hispanics and Latino would be happy that all these Spanish people and shit is coming. That's y'all people. That's y'all's people coming. Latinos, Hispanics, y'all should be glad. But guess what? They not. They said hell to the no. And a bunch of them was at the border on yesterday filming about closing the damn borders. Because they live in the Arizona, Texas, and all of that. They don't want them coming over. They do not want them coming over. I'm like, wow, who knew? But anyway, let me continue to move on. So I don't want to talk about this too long, but I wanted to talk about The Color Purple, okay? And Bootsy. So you guys know Bootsy and stuff, okay? He has been a rapper. He's been saying a lot of shit about The Color Purple. And he was upset because he went to see The Color Purple, took his daughter with him. And he was just so upset because of the love scene between the two gay women, that they had just really drawn that out, where it was long time. Looked like they was doing tongue and shit. Looked like they was doing tongue kissing and shit, all right? So he ended up leaving the movie and taking his daughter out because of that. And he also said there were other people that got up and left. Now, according to Rotten Tomatoes and all these other people that are judging the movie, they're getting like anywhere between 90 and 93% rate on how good the movie is. So they consider that to be A+ movie. And see, the thing for me is this. Are they encouraging this movie because of the high increase of LBGT? Is that what's helping the movie out versus the real talent that's in the movie and the performances? So, older people who go, like me, who go and look at the movie, I'm looking at the talent, but I'm also looking at the LBGT thing too. And I think that is what brought this movie to a higher level that's being accepted. Because the movie is a PG-13, which means that if you're 15 and under, you should not be seeing this movie. Because of the rape scene of the father raping the 14-year-old daughter, et cetera, et cetera. So, but this is what got me about the movie with Bootsy, is that he didn't want women to be kissing on women. But at the same time, you got the father that's raping the young child. or maybe his 10-year-old, I'm not sure exactly how old she was, but maybe she didn't know that these girls were that young, and they may looked older and could have passed for looking older. But I would think that those particular scenes would be something that maybe you would want your 10-year-old to see as well. Okay. Now, I titled this "I Was Wrong About the LBGT Community." Okay. So that is what Chris was saying, not me, but Chris was saying that he was wrong about gay marriage. So now he's in agreement with gay marriage. Who knew? Who knew that he was in agreement? Now his ass is just grasping for straws. Okay. Let me get these gay people on my side. I need all the votes I can get. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where he's headed with that, and anything that he can do to get these extra votes. But he doesn't know. Ain't nobody voting for his ass. He just go on and get him another donut and a cup of coffee and call it a day. I'm just saying, Krispy Kreme, nobody's voting for you. So that's that. And TD Jakes, I'm going to talk about this a little bit, then I'm going to move on. The thing about TD Jakes is that more stuff is coming out. So there's a guy by the name of Larry Reed who was talking with this guy by the name of Prophet Mansai. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And he was a mentee under TD Jakes. And basically what he said is that TD Jakes sent him a text at 2 a.m. And they said TD Jakes was all flexed and stuff. I've seen the picture. He flexed and shit, saying, I'm missing you. So I'm saying to myself, you sending another man a photo of you flexed up looking like Eddie Long. You know how Eddie Long had a little body shirt on? TD Jakes had a little body shirt on. Send it to him saying, I'm missing you at 2 a.m. Now, is this something that is appropriate that, pastors send to other mentees and let them know that they're missing him at 2 a.m.? I'm just saying. Now, my thing is this: you could be gay all you want to. That's you and your gayness. That's between you and gayness. Ain't got nothing to do with nobody. Nobody cares. But when you are in the situation that he's in and you're teaching children and young adult men and you're slipping across those lines, it's very suspect that young men are not going to be mentored to be men per se, without having those gay tendencies. So that's the question I'm concerned with, as well as are these underage boys, like you say, at P. Diddy party, and how much involved is TD Jakes in it? But they say there's more stuff to come. So we'll just have to wait and see. But as it looks right now, it looks like he's guilty. That's my personal opinion. I'm just saying, it looks like he's guilty. At the end of the day, there's a lot of money riding on it. So what is he going to do? He going to try to threaten everybody that says his name? Nobody's caring about that. They're going to talk about you, TD Jakes. They're just going to do it. And they don't care if you strike in their channel. They're still going to talk about you. In fact, they're going to talk about you even worse because you strike in the channel. They'll just find another way to do it, but they're going to continue to do that. They may not use your video. They may not use your picture, but they're going to say it because of their media use. Allegedly. Everything is allegedly, so I got to say allegedly. Allegedly. But anyway, I don't want to talk about him anymore at this point. But it's just a sad situation that this is going on. And as I said before, I'm not going to be on too much longer. As I go to the front of the house, I'm going to the trailer rather. Okay, as I go to the front of the trailer, I'm going to show you what I did, because I wanted to give you guys an update on what I said I was going to do. And thank God the items at Lowe's that I said I want to purchase went on sale. Yes, it went on sale on this morning. So when I saw that the table I mean, the wall cabinets were on sale. They were like $60 a piece. So these are small cabinets that I wanted to use for the table. This is the table I was telling you guys about. So this is the table, okay, that I had sanded down. It was a lot of work for me to sand this shit down. But this was what the tabletop was on. It was on a desk. Okay, so that's the desk that the tabletop was actually on. But now it's been removed, and I have the actual cabinets that you see right here underneath. So these are the cabinets underneath. Okay, unfinished cabinet, and they also open up too. They also open up, right? As you can see, they open up. Okay, which means that I can use that for storage, a storage area. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about that. That this particular table is coming to pass. When it was on the desk, the table was sitting up very high, and I do not want to have to eat with those high chairs, like like the bar chairs. When you go to the bar, you can sit at the high chairs and eat off the bar. Well, when I'm eating dinner or whatever, I want to sit in low chairs, and I want my feet to touch the ground because it's more comfortable for me. And as an older person, I'm not trying to fall off the damn chair either. Okay. So this is gonna, eventually be painted at the top and designed and put some epoxy on it. And then I'm also going to work on the other cabinets by the sink. But for right now, this is okay. Okay. So I just want to kind of give you guys an update on, where the cabinets were. So instead of putting a pedestal, one huge pedestal in the middle of the table underneath, where you have one big pedestal underneath, I got the cabinets instead, two cabinets instead on each side. And it looks pretty good. It really does. It really, really, really looks pretty good. So I'm going to get out of here and heat me up some black eyed peas. It has been a very interesting day today. I had to go and try to put some paperwork in to get a rap sheet. So I'm trying to get a concealed weapon license here in Florida. And something popped up on my damn record from fucking 1973. I'm like, what the fuck? I had a fight. I had a fight with this lady, one of my neighbors. We had a fight. And we went to court and they threw the shit out. But it popped back on my record when I came down here to Florida to file for a concealed weapon license. I was like, what the fuck? Now, I've been to the military. I had a Georgia concealed weapon license and everything. And now shit pop up. And that's why I say that when you do things when you are young, you have to be very careful because that shit will come back on you one day and you don't even realize that it's in your history. When you thought about it, it's dead and gone, and all of a sudden it comes back up. And especially if you are a man, because you see now that all of those 20, 30 years ago cases where you had sex with a girl or whatever, and you was in the room with the other fellows, and now they all coming out talking about sexual allegations and shit. And when that stuff gets on your record, that stops you from a lot of stuff. It can stop you from getting a nursing license. It can stop you from getting an attorney's license. All these licensings and stuff that you might want to go to school and try to do certain careers. You're not going to be able to get a license. And you may not even know that what you did back then, is still on your record. So I'm having to get this off my record. I'm going through the procedures right now to get it. And I'm going to get it removed and I'll be able to get it. But it's the idea of having to go through the process of doing it. And if I wasn't retired right now, I would probably be a little frustrated. But because I'm retired, I got more time. So when you got more time, you don't get as frustrated because you just take your time and just do one thing every day, do something every day, and get it done. So I'm getting ready to get out of here. I got some black eyed peas and shit left over, so I'm gonna cook some black eyed peas, and I got some sausage. really good sausage anyway, like Polish sausage. So I'm going to cook that. But I'm getting ready to get out of here. I thank you guys so much for joining me once again. It's just crazy out here. Be careful. There's a lot of shootings that are going on at Walmart here in Florida. There's this Hispanic guy that tried to kidnap a 4-year-old child in fucking Walmart. Tried to kidnap, and they got him on camera. Uh, Pablo Hernandez or some shit, trying to kidnap her. But like you say, this is alive and well in Florida. There's a lot of sex trafficking, and it is a lot of kids that are being stolen. Believe that. So anyway, I'm gonna keep my eyes open on the Jeffrey Epstein. I looked, and they have not released that list yet. So there's 150 names that are on this particular list that they're supposed to actually release, but it has not been released just yet. Okay, but when it does, I'll let you guys know. Okay? But anyway, you guys take care, enjoy yourself, and handle your business. Fuck all this other bullshit that's going on. Handle your business. One love.